Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Ferris, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Act 3, Love and Loss in Lookshy. Me and my sister don't get along on the best of days, but we agreed to keep the family running the way that
Between you and me, from one fire aspect to a what aspect, you don't fucking get along with any of you fucks. We're polar opposites.
The both of you would see the forest burn for the trees just to see a good view at night, but there's something raw and beautiful in that passion that you both have.
Sometimes. Not loving it too much lately, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes people think your excitement just means you don't care about them.
I'm going to do something a bit unconventional with your permission, Ricky.
What's that?
I would like to assign Falar to you as basically you as her bodyguard.
Do you want a city on fire? Because that's how you get a city on fire.
I mean, at this point, we already saw one on the verge of it.
Fire aspect to fire aspect goes two ways. We are the palace for life, or we're gonna fucking tear a city apart fighting. Know that will be your fault, no matter either of those happening.
He looks to you and thinks about it for a moment and just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose and just kind of goes, I almost got my own little sister killed by my own mistake. I think that I can trust my twin and one of my captains together.
Okay. Well, it does kind of avoid the whole awkward intrusion into her life to scope out why the fuck she's cursed or some shit. I'm sorry, not cursed. That's a different thing. Fate is bad. But we can... If you're comfortable with it and she tolerates me, then I guess that's fine. I can't promise I'll be on my happiest this next couple, however long this fucking takes to get over. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like dog shit.
I can imagine. It's not a good feeling.
No, not great. But anyways, my business aside, if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable, I guess.
If you say that she's fated for something else, then I will trust you to save my sister. I mean, you already helped save one of them. Why not go for two, right?
I'll try not to fuck it up.
You didn't the last time.
No, in part I did. This could have been prevented if I was a bit more present, you know. She was someone who needed someone there to reaffirm her all the time. And all I was worried about was my fucking self.
The Reshbalar looks to you, and he looks like that he's going to say something for a moment, and then he kind of like shuts his mouth, and he looks to you like honestly and just goes, "Your wounds are still very fresh. Um, if you ever find the need to come talk to someone about this in the coming weeks, my doors are always open to you."
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I needed. Thanks for your cooperation and all that.
Of course, I'd be an idiot not to trust my occult specialist.
I do okay.
You sell yourself short, slumbering hound.
Yeah, maybe. Take it easy, boss. Any turns to go.
He gives you a polite wave and then heads on to the rest of the boat, where that he would find Ferris. And he's going to just kind of come up to her and put a hand on her shoulder. Ferris.
She'll turn around and just be like,
As soon as you turn around, she gives you a tight hug.
oh, well, she's going to definitely hug back as tightly as possible.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to get you caught up in my drama.
It's definitely not just your drama. Even when it happened, it became the family's drama, our drama, and she kind of like gestures to like the boat in general.
It's been quite a week.
You're telling me. I'm still being framed for your murder.
I'm alive now, so obviously the charges aren't going to stick.
Good. We should probably figure out who's trying to frame me.
Right. Yes, of course. Because they're probably going to try and just murder you now.
Probably. Or you. And then we have Moya, who I don't think is involved in that.
I'd certainly hope so, but if she is, then her ability to plan out it exceeds even. It might even rival something like the Empress's. And then there's also the issue of Jawin being a traitor. It's unfortunate. I trusted him very, very much.
That was not fun to find out either.
He nods and gives you like a pat on the shoulder. Any other things you need to catch me up on?
First thing she's gonna do is kind of gesture to the bow. At least I can thank you for this in person now.
Oh, yes, that took me quite a bit of work to get together. Something like that's a very hard find, but I'm sure that you'll be able to use it to its full potential.
I'm excited to see what it can do.
I'm sure that you'll have more opportunities to see what it can do soon enough. We are going back into the scavenger lands after all.
I am attempting to make friends with a tyrant lizard.
Okay, is this a thing that I should be worried about?
I don't know. He lives in the vault.
Oh. You guys did feed him, right?
Didn't. I did not.
Okay. When we get to Great Forks, I'll let Mother know.
He didn't eat me. He let me pass.
That means that he likes you. He does slip his leash from time to time. Really weird about it, too. He likes to burrow.
I can confirm that.
He's going to, Bilar is going to take a moment to just kind of think and then just kind of go, can I trust you with something?
Of course, you can trust me with anything.
I know that you have your friends' backs here. Can you just, if it's not too much trouble, can you make sure that Divine doesn't mess up our relationship with Lookshy?
Oh. I will do my best.
I appreciate it. And he just kind of looks at you and goes, you know why, right?
Out of character, I don't know why, and I don't know if I should know why in character.
You should probably know why in character, but I'm going to just kind of be like, hey, don't worry about it. You've had a very long day. So he kind of pulls out from his pack a large map that's a very crudely drawn map of creation, and he specifically kind of like points out where the Great Forks is, and then along the river that goes all the way up to the inland sea where you all are. And then there's Lookshy. And Lookshy is the major city and port that guards the river going into the scavenger lands. Because if we make an enemy of Lookshy here, it's not going to be impossible to get back to Chiaroscuro, but it's definitely not going to be as quick. We're going to have to go down south into the mountain ranges, and we're going to have to go through the mountains, possibly passing through Giara, Kiragast, this little podunk town, and he kind of points at where Glassholm is.
She's gonna be like, oh, I know that place.
Oh, yeah, it looks horrible. But yes, just make sure that he doesn't cause some kind of... Basically, you can't use the river kind of international scandal.
Right. You realize that I have no sway in anything that those boys do, right? And I'm putting them both in that category. But I'll do my best.
You know that I don't expect you to look out for our occult specialists. That would be weird for me to ask you to do that, but Divine is, for an air aspect, he's very... You'd think he was a fire aspect.
So she'll nod knowingly. I will do my best. I will get close.
Don't let his feelings get in the way of business. You know, if you can. If not, I trust your judgment on this.
I will I'll do what I can.
He nods and heads on down below deck. Time is going to pass. Who, on the first day, as it is a ship and you guys are sailing, who on the first day, after these meetings and everything, wants to take lookout?
Sure.
So Elian has volunteered for the first day. If you, the sky is clear as that you're pacing the boat or up in the crow's nest, looking about for anything wrong about to happen. You guys are out in the open sea at this point. Both the Blessed Isle and the rest of creation are very far figments on the horizon. They are not things that, well, I mean, Elian might be able to swim to either one of them, but the rest of you, questionable
Doesn't Alien hate water?
I don't hate water. I hate being on boats because I don't like the movement. I like being on solid land.
The motion of the ocean.
Essentially, yes.
All the commotion of the motion of the ocean.
Like, do you like different sized boats less? Or is it all just the motion of the ocean?
It's mostly like it doesn't feel like there's any stability with it. With being on a boat. Which is weird because like water's flowing and doesn't bother them at all.
So, you're here and keeping lookout, while that other people rest up, regain willpower, regain motes, what have you, or spend time with their loved ones before their arranged marriage, or catch up with their thought dead sibling, or I don't know, just drink their sorrows away, or just have a good game of Gateway with their trusted officer. Elian has drawn the the short stick here of keeping watch today.
They probably would have volunteered for it. They don't really have anything to do on the boat besides go over notes or something.
You can hang out with me.
Well, yes, but I figured you would want to spend time with your brother.
No, you're good.
Elian, if you could give me a perception and awareness roll. This is for visual perception to see if you notice, basically, in the act of keeping watch throughout the day.
5.
I assume that you added in your cat eyes?
I did.
Okay. I specifically said that it was visual to give you that clue.
I figured.
With 5 successes, going through the inner sea, this is one of the calmer parts of the ocean on the way towards Lookshy. And as you're doing this, you are reminded of a story that you once heard from a family friend or someone who traveled, maybe even from your contact in the guild, about the history of Lookshy and its people, about how that they are the descendants of the shogunate, the major world government that was here before the realm took over, when the world was much larger, before the Fae encroached and the great contagion swept through the world, killing most of its people. And you are reminded that Lookshy was founded by the remnants of the shogunate, and that they are a good and noble people who are some of the only people, one of, if not the only, nation that can oppose the realm just by sheer military might alone, despite their comparatively smaller size. And you are reminded of a story specifically about how that maybe 100 years or so back there was a engagement between realm forces and the forces of Lookshy, and how that while they were outnumbered, they beat the realm back through superior technology of things of the Lost Age and the shogunate that had come to that had come into their possession. Maybe they'd make good allies in this case. Your enemies do seem to possess, at least according to Divine and the things that you all have seen, there's at least one war strider on Moya's side, and that is not something to be taken lightly.
How much do I know about war striders?
If you could give me a intelligence and lore roll, I can tell you some information about them.
This might not go well, but we'll find out. I have 3. It's not bad on 6 dice.
No, that's not bad at all. With 3 successes, you know that A war strider is a weapon of ancient times that was used to slay behemoths. It is something that the process of making one has, to your knowledge, been forever lost to time. So one existing and being in operational capacity is honestly a miracle, as far as you know. They are designed to mimic or enhance the abilities of the pilot. Which is to say that if you were to put a unskilled pilot into a war strider, the war strider would be not. It would still be deadly. It's still a 30-foot tall giant hunk of metal that's moving around, but it's certainly not as deadly as one in proper hands. But besides thinking about that and knowing that little bit about war striders, the day passes. Is there anything that you wanted to do with your day once it watch is over and someone else comes to take it over? Did you want to spend any time with Ferris or anyone else on the crew?
I mean, if Ferris isn't busy with her brother by the time I'm done doing watch, then yeah, I'd definitely want to spend some time with her.
Ferris would always make time for Elian.
Duh.
Yes, then you guys go and spend time together. Do you guys talk about anything in particular, or is it just trying to keep each other calm and not seasick on the ride?
Forgot we both get seasick.
I mean, Elian's already like a little green tinted in the skin anyway, so it's not really that easy to tell.
How much seaweed is on this boat?
Not enough, probably.
I also thought that only worked for wood aspects, not for water aspects.
They do.
Does.
That's fine. Elian will just suck it up. They've got good resistance, so
I'm sure Ferris would attempt to give her some of her seaweed as much as she probably needs it, and probably and it probably ends very badly.
I appreciate it, but no thank you. I will be fine. How are you doing with everything going on?
Better than before.
You've gotten to talk to him and kind of figure out where things are at and whatnot.
We've talked a little bit. There's still a lot to take in and figure out. And then we also need to get through this whole thing with Divine too. And then go from there.
I understand where he's coming from with it. But at the same time, it's almost like a business contract. Just cut and dry. He barely has to see who he's marrying.
Curious to see how the other side of this business transaction feels about it.
I don't know. They may not care. They may actually care. Who knows?
I guess that's something we'll have to wait and see until we get there.
I'm just worried that his stubbornness and devotion is going to put us in a very hard place.
Who? Divine? No.
Again, like I said, I understand where he's coming from. If your brother were to marry you off to someone else, I don't think I'd be particularly happy about it. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe it's just the logical side of me looking at all of this. But you wouldn't have to be with them very much at all.
That's fair. And you do have a point.
I don't know. It's just difficult, I guess. So, wouldn't know how I would handle the situation unless I was put in it.
And we still don't know how the other side feels about the whole thing, or even who they are.
Out of character, did Divine ever mention the name of the family?
I don't think he got a name. I think he just got a note that says he had an arranged marriage.
I got a name because that's how I know that's how well known that family's got an airship.
I
I
thought
just
you
don't
meant
remember.
Lookshy had the airship.
It is the family name that Divine got is Nephvarin.
I just don't remember if he told us or not.
Fair.
Probably. I'm gonna say yes.
But I have a weird question. Can I roll something to try and figure out what I know about them, the family?
Yeah, it's going to be at a fairly high difficulty for you, considering that you're not a look-shy noble. But yeah, I'll give you a shot. That's going to be the intelligence and lore.
The
Time in the
awkward rolls of the game.
Yeah.
I got 5 successes on 6 dice.
Okay. Very impressive. You know about the Nephfarin, about Gen's Nephfarin. So first off, Elian surprisingly knows a decent amount about the Gen setup of Lookshy.
I mean, because realistically, if like Divine was just like, here's who I'm gonna marry, Ellen would be like, I'm on it. I'm gonna go look up these people.
I mean, in true Elian fashion.
Lookshy's noble families, the Gens families, all descend from particular generals of the Seventh Legion's shogunate that were in the basically that lived in the ruins of Delishen, which is the old city that Lookshy is built on top of. These things are all known fairly easily. You know that Gens Nephvarin used to be the ruling power in Lookshy, tracing their lineage back to the first general of the Seventh Legion. However, in recent centuries, their power has waned. They have basically been succeeded by the general staff, as opposed to it being the a singular general that leads Lookshy. It is now the general staff of a couple of the other families there. Nephvarin has fallen onto harder times in recent history, and now are the best way that I can put this is they are I don't want to say that they're a joke house because they do have some power, but Divine being arranged married off to a scion of Nephvarin who he doesn't know, and he doesn't even know if they're exalted, is actually potentially something that could be used as like a punishment from his higher ups. Which is to say, Grandma's probably pissed at him for not being a good little Genzamolar.
Oh boy. You're breaking Grandma's heart.
Wasn't me.
Yes, that's about the information that you get from that.
So Ellen just kind of seems like they're staring off for a moment and having a ponderous look on their face, and they look back at Ferris. The only thing I'm really worried about, besides him just telling them he's not doing it in general, is why his grandmother did this. Because they once had a good reputation, but they're not as well positioned as they once were.
Well, when we get there, you could always do what you do best.
Research.
Of course.
That's if I can get around to do it.
Sure, we can find time.
Potentially, maybe while
Divine's causing a scene.
probably would be the best time. Yes, but we will figure that out later. Ellen's just gonna kind of rest their head on Ferris, and then just kind of like fall back on the bed and just be like, I am exhausted, so I think I'm going to rest.
If it's late in the night, yeah, Ferris will definitely lay down to rest as well.
The day passes, the night passes with no issue, and the next day comes. Who wants to keep watch that day?
Watch?
I mean, realistically, if nobody wants to do it, I'll keep doing it. I don't care.
Nah, Ferris is gonna do it because she wants Elian to rest. She's gonna give Elian a break.
I was gonna say Divine actually likes being up there.
Okay, Divine, if you could give me a perception and awareness roll. The current weather here is a little cloudy. It is overcast, and there are going to be a few rain droplets as you're there, but the wind is also picking up very steadily. It seems like that the wind is at y'all's sails and is pushing you towards Lookshy.
7.
Ooh, 7 successes. Okay. With 7 successes, you notice that there is a storm that is going to blow in soon. But as an air aspect, you kind of know a good way to read the air currents, and if you choose to, you can call down to the people running the ship's rigging to steer clear of any issues, to alleviate some more of the rougher waters for your friends who don't necessarily like the water so much.
The fastest way to get through a storm is to go straight through it.
Is that what you're going to tell the captain and everything to do?
Yeah.
All right, then. It's going to take a little bit for you guys to get through the storm. It's going to take a little bit for you guys to even get to the storm. But for now, looking around, you kind of... Does Divine have any vices? Like, I believe that he drinks, but does he smoke or anything like that? Is he kind of like or is he just kind of like a hang out and just kind of roll the dice kind of guy?
Yeah, nah. His vice is strictly gambling.
As that you're reaching towards the new dice that you have and like testing, well, they're not really new dice, but they feel weighted just slightly heavier. As you're kind of testing out the throwing on that, you do notice that at some point you get the idea to toss them, and as you toss one of the decahedrons, as soon as it gets out of your line of sight, you feel it clink back into the dice bag at your hip.
Oh, that's useful.
As it's an artifact that you are attuned to, you know that if someone were to say, I don't know, make a weird roll and catch one of those midair and not take damage, it would not come back. It's the act of basically basically it's the equivalent of if someone were to catch it, it would be the equivalent of being disarmed, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Would I be able to use them like little trackers?
You could, but at the risk of if someone finds them and realizes what that they are, you might start losing dice if they try to attune to them.
Gotcha.
Because you can force an unattune on artifacts if you can take the artifact from someone. It is hard to do, but you certainly can. As you're reaching around in that bag and testing out the new dice and getting ready for this storm, you reach in and find a small piece of parchment that Peral June had given to you. It is the letter from your grandmother that specifically says that you're to be married on this, and this date to a scion of Nephvarin. Please return to Lookshy post haste. Yada yada. And as you're looking at it, the sky has darkened and the first drips of water start coming down and drip onto the paper. And upon dripping onto the paper, you can see a little bit more ink is revealed, as if that it was awaiting some kind of reagent to reveal a little bit more secrecy. And as that you open it up, and kind of, I should say, do you continue to read the stuff that has been now revealed?
Absolutely.
The letter continues saying, "My disappointment of a grandson. I am marrying you off to Nephvarin Narissa. If you do not make it back in time for your betrothal, I will consider the both of you to be traitors to Lookshy and have you hunted down. Please do not disappoint me yet again. Your loving grandmother."
How are you gonna sign that with your loving grandmother? That's some bullshit.
It's not that bad.
This is why I'm glad to just be like from a nobody house.
You know what? With it saying both of you, it makes me feel better, because that makes me feel like they want it as little as I do. But yeah, after reading that, Divine's gonna crumple up the paper and shove it back into his pocket and just lean against the I guess it's railing of the crow's nest. And he's gonna weather the storm.
So you crumple up that letter, and the storm, it gets ready to go. I would like everybody who's on the boat to give me a stamina and sail roll. I know somebody wanted to go through the storm.
So you want everybody on the boat to give you a stamina roll?
Well, maybe somebody picked up sail.
No, I totes didn't.
Question.
What's up?
Do I take any disadvantages because of Ferris gets seasick, or does the seaweed prevent that?
I'm going to say that you and Elian, who both have said that you get seasick, are at a higher difficulty.
You said it was sail and stamina?
Yep.
1.
2.
I just had stamina to roll.
1.
2.
Which is funny because sail is a cast thing for me, but I was
You
just
little
like,
shitbird.
whatever.
Oh my god.
Fuck you guys. I was prepared.
So,
Seaweed.
because of Divine's choice to tell the captain that sailing through the storm would get you all there faster, everybody on the boat, except for the sailors that run the boat and have gotten their sea legs, and Ferris.
Well, wait, what
are
was my
seasick.
difficulty?
Your difficulty was 4.
That was higher than everyone else's?
Yes, everyone else's was 3.
Does Ferris have her own room in the boat?
Probably not. These boats aren't exactly big.
She's not. She shares one with Elian, duh.
Oh, that's fine. So Ricky, while being seasick, is gonna try to warn his friends about the storm and like knock into the room, be like, "Hey, hey guys, there's a." I'm gonna hurl on the floor. There's a storm. There's a storm.
Rude.
Let you get off scot-free.
I'm not. I got Elian with me, who is also seasick.
It's true. Elion's probably just like hands over the mouth, eyes closed, just like.
As soon as Ricky comes in, he throws up and Elian loses it.
So, despite the very bad day that most people have being seasick, Divine's hunch does pay off, and you all do make it to Lookshy earlier. As the sun is cresting the hill, or cresting the horizon, you can see the city of Lookshy in the distance, the port that it has, and the massive river that that Lookshy is at the mouth of. When I say that rivers in creation are big, they are large enough that you can easily float if you wanted to, you could float a cruise ship down it. Rivers in creation are big and deep. I, again, am going to stress that creation is big, and the rivers in here, despite if you look on the map, looking like just little rivers, are actually like miles wide.
They like big boats, and they do not lie.
The ship gets ready to dock. What do you all want to do in preparation for this, as the ship is getting ready to dock in Lookshy?
Hey, Divine, are we, is this one of those chill out for a couple days and get settled in? Or are we going in hot? Like, are we scrapping on site? Or what are we doing here?
I don't know. We should maybe meet my bride-to-be first.
Yeah, okay.
Never let them know your next move. We gotta hide confidently.
Well, you lead the way then. I don't know where the fuck I am.
So the boat goes to dock, and as soon as that it docks, you can see there on the waiting on the pier is a large contingent of Lookshy soldiers, along with a older woman with graying hair and the complexion that is similar to Divine's like kind of like a pale guy, right?
He's tanned.
Okay, so with a tanned complexion and kind of like similar features to Divine, calling out from the pier in a loud and booming voice. Amelar Divine, come out with no weapons drawn, and we will make this easy. You are under arrest by order of the General Council. Please disembark the boat.
Just looking up how much essence I need to commit to do invisibly hidden chakram real quick.
Okay.
You said there's like a group of soldiers with her?
Yes, there's a group of soldiers. There are about 20 of them.
Do the dice count as one weapon, or does each die count as a weapon?
The dice count as one weapon.
Dope. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 motes of personal to keister the dice into elsewhere.
Just crangle the dice, dude.
After that, I am going to, just jump off the bow of the boat, off the port side bow, landing in front of my grandmother with my arms stretched out.
You land in front of Amelar Anto. Amelar Anto looks to you with a sigh and a light smile, as that she was not expecting this. Oh, My stupid grandson. I was honestly expecting a fight, but you've surprised me. And she kind of waves to the other, the men behind her, and they take a less ready stance. Good. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to mark another house person as a traitor. Come, your new bride to be is going to be waiting. She's not exactly excited about this, but Nefar and Vita will do.
Yeah, about that.
She looks to you and cocks an eyebrow up.
I don't want to marry her. She don't want to marry me. Remind me again why we're doing this? How do I gather sorceress motes, Brendan?
Uh-oh.
You gonna find out today.
Shape sorcery action is what you're looking for, is an intelligence and occult roll. Each success contributes 1 sorceress mote to the casting of the spell. And also, to cast a spell, it does cost a willpower to start off with.
Dope.
Or it should say. Most of them cost at least a willpower. Corrupted Words is 1 willpower, 15 sorceress motes. So, what are you going to do?
So is shaping sorcery always like a big thing, or can you just subtly gather sorceress motes?
Good question. Normally it's a big thing, but sometimes there are sorceress initiations, those things that I haven't given you yet, that let you do it subtly.
Dope.
Yeah.
Go for now. I'll hang on then.
Technically, with it being a control spell with your corrupted words, which I assume is what you're trying to cast.
Yes.
Since that's the control spell, it would literally make no sense for you to, like, make an obvious show of force, because, like, that.
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to figure out is how that works. Because everything I've seen of sorcery so far, it's like, oh yeah, you can see this person gathering sorceress motes. And then this one's like, oh yeah, you got to spend 15 of them. But you can do it subtly. But gathering the motes isn't.
I'm going to say that so long as that you tell me that you're using it for that specific spell, then it is subtle.
Okay.
Unless you botch.
That's fair. I'll take that.
Okay, so on the first roll, you gathered 4 sorceress motes. She looks to you as that you're doing whatever that you're doing for your new thing, goes, Divine, will you please accompany me to the airship dock? Vita's very busy with her work.
It's gonna kind of like Ferris is gonna nudge him, like kind of. Gently.
Has Ferris hopped down off the boat now?
Yeah.
I imagine most of us have come down at this point.
Well, I definitely want to be on water anymore.
You're gonna know when I come down.
Yeah, I'm coming down because off boat quick as possible.
Okay.
As soon as you tell me what either family stands to gain from this.
I assume that you're making another shape sorcery action?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to wait and see what you roll on that before that you're at 8. Oh, so just so you know, obviously you can excellency it if you wanted to.
Oh, wait. My occult specialty is in sorcery. I should have been adding an extra 1 to that.
So then in that case, roll an extra 2. Since you didn't do 2 of them. Ooh, look at that. You're at 10 now.
Hey. I just need 5 more.
What do both of the family... The Nefarans stand to gain a better better chance at having more exalts in their bloodline, and we stand to gain access to the airships. The Nepharans are the only people who've been able to successfully repair and keep them in the air. And your original betrothed, before that she ran off, was the eldest of House Nepharin. Seems like you're going to have to deal with the second daughter, if that's fine.
See, that's not part of the deal, though, Grandma. That's I'm betrothed to the one who's not here. I can't just go marrying her sister because she ran off. Deals are deals. I showed up like I was supposed to. I demand my bride.
She's going to look to you and go, if you can find her and bring her back, we'll consider removing her status as traitor. Or no, we will if you can bring her back and convince her to marry you, but I don't see that happening. Plus, the other sister is, well, honestly, she's better for what we wanted. She actually has interest in the family business. And, you do owe us after that stunt that you pulled with Corral June and the others. Stealing from the Analar coffers.
Oh, yeah, because you missed it so much. Exactly how much was stolen again?
Enough that I'm willing to marry off my disobedient fit for brains grandson who, and she kind of motions to you, would probably fetch a higher price in pieces at this point. Now, get down here and follow me like a good child, or I'm going to be forced to beat you. Cody, I see that you've made another sorceress shape motes action and are now at 13.
Fine. But after this, you're not even going to speak my name again. As his eyes flash green and he casts corrupted word, making it so that Amalar Anto cannot refer to him or can't call him her stupid grandson.
So she specifically cannot refer to him anymore.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Some shit.
This is going to be interesting when we make introductions.
Right?
She looks to you and goes to speak something, and you see her kind of grasp at her throat, and she grimaces. Like these deep, anger lines form on her face. And she turns around and she looks to the people there and goes, escort them all. They can all see what happens when you mess with someone on the general staff.
Wants to fight.
And the soldiers of Lookshy are going to come in with weapons drawn to begin escorting you all.
Okay, so here's where we're gonna run into a problem, Brendan. See, I'm not off the boat yet. I don't know what's going down because I was just kind of lazing about. So when I get off the boat, they're gonna try to put hands on me.
I think they're doing like just an escort, like when you walk in between them.
No, I need to know how this goes down exactly.
Okay, so they are drawing weapons, and they are going to be escorting you all. They're not going to be putting hands on anyone unless they decide to start not being in the escort. At which point, hands are gonna start flying.
Well, see, I don't know what's going on because I haven't been there, so I'm just gonna get out the boat and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And I need to know. I need to know what they're gonna do because I don't.
Do not leave your guided tour.
I haven't been there the whole time because I've been lazy and sad. So I'm coming in late. Be like, "Hey, what's going on?" So what do they do when I do that?
Sir, you're being escorted into Lookshy. Are you friends with and this is one of the guards talking. Are you friends of Amelar Divine?
Oh, you're escorting me, huh? Where's the badge, pig?
They motion down at their katanas.
Yes, that's a neat toy. I can walk fine on my own, thanks.
We do not allow outsiders into the city without proper surveillance. It's a security risk.
Seems a little xenophobic.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, actually, it is.
Yes, actually, it is.
Well, you got to do your job fine, whatever. But do your surveillance a good 5 steps back, or we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna roll intimidation because I'm not in the fucking mood.
Ooh, okay.
I'm only going to act up if anybody lays hands on people.
Perception and presence.
Ricky's not people in this case.
Charisma and presence.
Yeah. Would this qualify as talking shit?
Yeah.
Cool. I specialize in that.
Surprise.
And you know what? I'll go ahead and burn an essence. I'll go ahead and use my excellency for that too. Yeah, so I'll get an auto success, and I roll an additional die for every 10. Any stuntage on that after I talked mad shit?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you a 2 dice and an auto success.
Cool.
His resolve to beat is a 4 because he is a hardened soldier. So, he's seen some shit.
9 successes. Actually, I gotta roll 3 more dice. Hold on. 10 successes.
With 10 successes, this soldier backs up and kind of motions towards some of his pals to kind of back up and away from you and just kind of keep the minimal distance that they're not going to get yelled at by their boss, but far enough away that, well, they're not going to get bopped by this weirdo exorcist.
Yeah, just nods at him. Good dogs. Let's fucking go.
Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the good word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Dragon Dance by Raphael Crux, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.
Ew, Cody.
Why would you say that?
Because that's what happened.
I said rice wine.
Why would you make me read with my eyes?
Why would you make me read he speed milked himself very quickly?
So what you're saying is he did speed milk himself.
You might.
No.
As far as you know.
Dragon blooded milk stout.
Shit, man, I love Dragon's Milk so much too. Shut the fuck up.
I love it too, but it hits so hard.
It's so good, but man, it'll just fuck you sideways.
Okay. All right,
also,
Divine.
now that we're past that scene, you missed out on a golden opportunity to establish before that this guy could milk himself for rice wine. You fool!
I don't want.
You're a coward. You won't die for the bit anyway.
We did it! Everybody's got some kind of artifact weapon, or their martial art gives them the equivalent.
I don't have an artifact weapon.
Doesn't your martial art give you the equivalent, though?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, if it doesn't, then we're going to fix that during Act 3.
Yeah, no, mine is the equivalent of Mortal Throne stuff.
Oh.
That's what I've been messing with the whole time.
We're going to fix that with something cool for you then, Chris.
Well, that's why I told you, it's like I would take wrist wraps that help with S and stuff. We talked about that in the very beginning, but we ended up deciding on the investigation kit, I think.
I believe so. We'll look at getting you some artifact wrist wraps after you want to after we spend some XP on it, and then probably put it into the stuff into the game. We'll make a story out of it. Those are the words that I'm looking for.
Sure.
As I mentioned when we got on the call, Cody, I do not have your sorceress initiation written up yet, but it is coming along, so soon.
Oh, you did sorcery? Like, this is legit sorcery?
Yes, Cody did ask to become a sorcerer, and when given the option between a demon and Laughing Ragamuffin, or Fae, he said Laughing Ragamuffin. What was your control spell going to be, Cody? Or had you not decided on that yet?
I do have my control spell. I've just got to find where I put it. That's right, sorcery's on the charms page with light casting. My control spell is Corrupted Words.
Oh, right. Is that the one that makes people puke worms?
Yeah. It makes it so that sorcerer speaks words that bind the tongue. She evokes a seething, bileless mass of green essence between her hands and casts it down the throat of a victim at short range, where it dissolves into a ward that censors the character's mind. She forbids the victim from speaking of a single subject, which may be as specific as the letters I secretly send to the all-seeing eye at the end of every month, or as broad as the existence of Sidereal Exalted. It's impossible to defend against. If he tries to do so, despite the warning, he becomes overwhelmed with racking pain and begins vomiting up dozens of fat white maggots.
It's horrific.
It's the keep my wife's name out your goddamn mouth spell.
Wow. Topical. Only a year later. And yes, to answer your question in chat, Tarali, he could have always thrown his dice at people. It just wouldn't have had the stats.
What is the control effect then?
The control effect lets me distortion. I want to say, where is it at?
It's a terrestrial level spell, right? Well, yeah, it has to be. Yeah. Corrupted Words.
Control spell may cast it with no obvious display of magical intervention other than a faint flash of green in their eyes, leaving the victim uncertain as to the affliction source.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, so you don't even have to make the attack roll or whatever. You just do it.
Yeah.
Brendan, what was that spell that I just picked up? The defense one?
The defense one is...
I want to check what its control effect was now that I'm thinking about it.
I am looking it up real... Virtuous Guardian of Flame.
Does it have its control effect on there?
Yes, so a sorcerer with this as her control spell may awaken evocations from it, enhancing the Guardian's defensive power or wielding it offensively. Which is... I'm going to be honest, I don't want to say that it's a bad control effect, but like also it's the control effect of, hey, make your storyteller do more work.
Yeah, it also seems kind of lackluster. Like, the control effect from our current spell is, hey, nothing that you eat can bother you at all, ever, permanently.
Right? It's not a bad control effect, but it is definitely one of those, like, this could be good or bad, depending on, like, what kind of evocations that you give it.
What are evocations?
Evocations are... Evocations are the stuff that's on your staff.
Oh.
Those extra charms that aren't in the book that I have to make by hand.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you could see how that would be really useful, but also like, oh, I've got to
Really
now I've got to
annoying,
go and
yeah.
now I've got to go and make more things by hand. This will be the most bespoke game of Exalted ever. All charms made by hand.
Carefully curated.
Carefully curated for your enjoyment.
Nah, roll with it. Talk about the evil X.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he wants to do, bud. Hey.
Still starting to look at him. Hey.
Were you out of character? Were you busy doing something else?
I was out of character, not prepared to go next because I
okay.
don't know why. So we're good. We're good though. We're good.
Okay, we're good.
I was caught
okay.
up in listening to everyone else's stuff, and I
Okay,
forgot I
okay.
was part of the game.
It's cool. It's cool. It's like listening to a podcast, but you're part of it.
Yeah. I was so like involved in like the drama and everything that was going on, and I was just like invested, and I was just kind of staring at the table. And then when you started talking, I was like, "Oh shit! Wait, it's my turn. I'm part of this. I got to actually do something."
Your turn for the drama, motherfucker.
Yeah, remember your ABCs of Exalted. Always be causing drama.
I'm not the one causing the drama.
ABCs. Always be
ABCs.
Always be crying. Yep, that's it right there.
That's the good shit.
That's the good shit. She nods knowingly.
I rubbed off on the boy.
Don't say that where the robots are recording, Tyler.
Stop me.
I mean, say what you want about rubbing off on other.
Well, see, now you're in on it, dude.
This is like that time that Brit yelled for the clan, and then we were like, "No, you can't say that."
When I say Gregor, you say Re. Gregor.
Re.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, listeners, when you listen to these outtakes, you're probably wondering if I'll ever run out of bits for Greg. We'll see. I don't know yet.
Dude,
One day.
The bits for Craig are always in the outtakes, and they're great.
They are always in the outtakes.
I love them. They make me laugh every time.
I feel like that at some point there's going to be a running tally of how many times that I forget simple words like, "Hey, what is a lawn?" You know, that place where grass goes, or
No Balti.
or no Balti, or oh
The
god, what was the other? Yeah, or the curtains.
It's these like fabrics that like hang down in the doorway. They're not doors. They're just like fabrics hanging down. You can move them out of the way.
Cloth doors.
It's like cloth doors. You mean?
And then
curtains?
Michaela, you
What a
mean
little
the
bozo.
curtains?
What a good little bozo you are, Brendan.
At least the nice thing about these games is I get to edit them. The other games I do not. I just have to keep all of my bullshit in.
I want to roll to introduce the fact that anyone that uses the War Strider is a bitch.
All I can
Granted.
think of is Jake's old character now. That's fine. We'll just coke him up like we did last time.
Yes.
It worked so well last time.
No. We're not doing cocaine about it.
But it worked last time.
That is not a guarantee that it will work this time.
Won't know until you try.
All I'm hearing is fuck around and find out.
Save all of your cocaine dreams for the pirate game.
Noted.
Done.
Sanctified.
Shit, he's got me. He's learned too much.
It's on recording.
Hit him with the old "no you." You sanctify me, motherfucker. I'll sanctify you.
I'm sure somebody in here needs to play an Eclipse cast at that point.
God. Oh, God.
I would if I wasn't already playing.
Congratulations, motherfucker. You played yourself.
Oh, no.
I spent time in Lookshy. Because isn't that where both myself and Divine came from, or was I on the ship and then Divine hopped on at a stop at Lookshy before we got to Chiaroscuro?
No, you both came from Great Forks.
I thought he was from Lookshy.
He is from Lookshy.
With the capital F.
Gotcha.
But also, Tarali hasn't said shit this entire session.
Yeah. Drag Tarali up there.
That's actually not true.
She has spoken a little bit.
See?
Tarali just likes being stoic in the corner until it's time to punch.
It is on my character sheet.
She's out being stoned.
I said stoic, not stoned. That's for after the game.
Both are right.
Tarali's just going to start having a Batman suit, and then it's going to be like, okay, Tarali, what do you do? I go against justice.
I'm Tarali.
What are you going to do, Tarali? Find the trigger.
Uh-oh. I hear my phone going off somewhere. I don't know where my phone is, though. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
God
it's 10
damn it,
o'clock.
you said that and then mine went off. Well, Divine can have this since I gotta walk away for a moment.
Okay.
As soon as Ricky comes in, he throws up and Elliot loses it.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a fucking Family Guy scene. Who wants chowder?
Oh no!
The best.
Ricky comes in. Bleh. Elliot, I was trying to hold it down. Bleh.
Ferris. Oh no! I vomit when I see other people vomit. Bleh. Divine's just up on the crow. Divine with only 2 successes is up on the crow's nest.
Vomiting into the wind, and then it just comes right back into his face.
Oh no!
Well, I think this is a good idea.
Nah. My specialty's in throwing.
Up.
I'm gonna throw up so hard, it'll go straight through the deck.
Gross.
Man over here gonna make a throwing attack with his vomit.
That is projectile.
Yeah, but it's only regular thrown weapon. It's not artifact. He would have had to eat the dice for that.
I'd like to point out that most ships, and including the biggest cruise ship, the most of the boat that is under the water is at least 20 feet. And that's for like some of the biggest cruise ships, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because buoyancy be wild.
I had to look it up.
That's why you can sail a cargo ship all the way up the James until you get to Richmond.
Ah, I did not know that. Boats are not my specialty.
We see you also lack points in sail.
Yes, I do. But despite this, oh no, why do I always make grandmas evil?
Might be something worth exploring.
Hi, Grandma.
Do you have some repressed feelings that you need to explore right now?
No.
Damn, Grandma.
Damn, Grandma.
Tyler, you need to spend the experience to get a resistance specialty in getting hit.
Talking shit and getting hit. You're right. Let me just find the President's Excellency real quick.
And it's okay that you made Divine's grandma evil, Brennan, because both of my grandmothers are nice as can be.
Oh, okay.